God, I got stories about police. They fucking assholes. You know what's funny? You almost can say to yourself, it would be anarchy if there was no police, but at the same time, these motherfuckers, they stereotype every motherfucker the same fucking way. There was times, there's one particular incident that I will never ever forget was, well, I was actually doing something wrong at the time, so I must admit, I was selling drugs, you know, and they ran into the building. I'll never forget. They ran into the building because they caught this lady outside, so she must have told them, yeah, it's this guy. So they ran in. I had no drugs left, I only had the money. And I remember the cop comes in, they shoved me inside the apartment. It was an empty apartment. They shoved me in there, right? One particular cop, so I'll never forget. He takes me, he starts asking me, where's the drugs? So I'm like, I act scared because I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go to jail. So let me pretend, I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. Pulls his gun out, pulls the ammo back. I'll never forget this, that's why. I always say to this day, there was a fucking hidden camera in that apartment, I'd be rich right now. Puts the gun on my chest and starts poking me when he tells me, where's the drugs? There's a hair trigger. There's a hair trigger. Where's the drugs? And I'm like, when that didn't work, pulls me to the middle of the fucking floor. There's nobody there. Take it. The cops are in the other room. It's just me and him in this room. This motherfucker tells me, pull on your pants. I never forget. That's why when the shit happened, the stories happen about the cops that stuck the shit in the guy's ass and shit like that. Nothing happened like that to me because, trust me, the motherfucker would have had to kill me. But this motherfucker, I'm looking at him, right? Pull my pants down, like, what the fuck? Like, maybe he's searching me, right? Pull my pants down, right? He tells me, pull your underwears down. So I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, my mind, I'm like, what the fuck this nigga's doing? So I'm like, stop pulling my underwears down, like, maybe, he wants to see if I got drugs. This motherfucker need me in my nuts. Like I never ever been need. I never got hit my balls the way this motherfucker hit me. That I fell to the floor and I almost cried. I never forget. He tells me, get the fuck up. So he tells me to get up. I get up, put on my pants. It's fucking 20 degrees outside. It was winter, I remember, I'll never forget. He told me, take off your fucking shoes. He takes off my shoes, takes off my coat, and lets him leave me in a fucking t-shirt, so I'm not never forget. Puts me on the fucking wall, and I wish that he could see, I swear I wish he could see this interview. And he'll remember me, because I still look the same. This was almost 20 years ago. Puts me on the fucking wall, my other boys on the wall, puts me down on my knees. As I'm on my knees, I got only my socks on. This motherfucker's standing, I'm on the floor right there. So I'm like this, right? I'm like this, right? I got no shoes on. He comes behind me, I swear. I never had to like do no shit like this. It was torture. It was literally torture. This is a fucking police officer of the law. This motherfucker steps on my toes, right? And he doesn't just step on my toes. He literally goes like this.
It was a cigarette.
Yeah, like if you stomping out a cigarette like that on my fucking. I remember going, oh, like what the fuck? But this one. So he's searching that. They bring some other cops come in. They bring in a fucking spotlight because there was no lights in the fucking apartment. It was no light. It was an empty apartment. They start they searching for drugs. There was a gun in the fucking apartment. There was a gun in the apartment. It was not my gun, but there was a gun in the apartment. And this motherfucker was determined to find something. So he tells me, he goes, you're going to jail. He goes, I never forget, he goes, you're going to jail. Depending how long you make me wait, that's the longer I wait, the worse I'm going to charge you. So he was going to make up some shit. So I remember standing on the wall saying, wow, I'm going to jail. This motherfucker got nothing on me, but he's going to invent something. This shit is really true. This motherfucker is really going to invent something. I never forget. So the other cops are searching, so he's standing there, and this motherfucker, he's mad. Like, oh man. You hear stories about cops. I tell you, and I fucking swear to my children, some of them are fucking true. This motherfucker was one of those cops that deserve to be fucking, when they say he killed the police, that motherfucker deserve. I don't believe all police officers are bad because they're not all bad. But these motherfuckers, I don't know what it is, if they let the shit get to their head or what the fuck it was. But anyway, he has me on the warrant, and I remember he's looking, I'm like, wow, they're gonna find this gun, they're gonna put it on me, and now I'm gonna be fucked. Because of my conviction with the banks, they sentenced me under this law, which was a fucking Firearms Act law, using a weapon in crime of violence, which carried 5 years the first time, 5 years, no parole. Running consecutive to whatever other charge again. next time you get jumped, at that time, I think the law got a body. But anyway, next time I want to get caught with a gun, it's automatically 10 years, no parole, and up, running consecutive to whatever I was doing with the weapon. So I'm standing on the wall, and I'm like, wow. And this motherfucker's doing all that shit to me. And I'm like, wow, this motherfucker, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And I never forget, the door to the apartment was there. And he's like this. He tells the other cop, take a break, let me search. He wanted to search. This motherfucker probably had something, would have said, oh, I got something. I never forget that he was like, you know, and he told his other buddy, whatever the fuck his name was, if that take, let me search. So watch him. So the other cop comes out, and he's going like this. He's looking at me and my boy. And I remember I looked at my boy like, wow, I'm fucked. There's a long hallway to the exit. I never forget. And I'm standing there, and the cop's like this. He's just, I guess he started getting a little bored. These motherfuckers was going in the apartment. They were going in. So he starts looking like this. So I see him. I guess he started getting, I guess bored, or like he starts pacing, like, you know, like looking. And then he was looking up on, and from the corner of my eye, I remember I looked back and I saw him go like this. Then I saw his shoulder, and I saw him go like this one time, and he looked in the apartment while the other cops were looking. And I remember saying to myself, oh, please, motherfucker, do that one more time. Just do that, just one more time for me. Please do that one more time. Turn around. And I watched him, and sure enough, he did it. As soon as I couldn't see his eyes. He turned his head like this, because I was looking at him with this with the corner of my eye, the way I'm looking at the camera right now. And he turned his head like that for that second, man. And I'll never forget. So let me see if I can do it now, because I swear to God, I was here, and the next thing I must have did some fucking karate shit, because I was on my feet, and I started jetting out the door. So I hear the motherfucker say, he's running. I went out the building. Next to the building was an abandoned lot. Bricks, fucking glass, wood, all types of fucking debris on this fucking thing. That cut through the block and came out on the other block. And it's funny because a couple of days before that, I had been on that other block. I was with somebody, and for some reason we went, there was these old, they still exist, these kind of like brownstone type of houses, like 3-floor houses. And in the basement, it had like a twist, like a semi-spiral stair that you go inside. And I don't know why I was there that day. It was like maybe 2 days before that day. And there was an open gate there. And I remember, I don't know why, I always thought like that. I was like, wow, if I ever have to run from the cop, I'm gonna run here. And that day I'm running out the building, I hear the keys, because these motherfuckers, they run with their keys there. I hear the keys. I run out the building, I'm in my socks, that's it. It's fucking 20 degrees outside. Sock and a fucking white t-shirt. I run out the building, I turned, run right into the yard, ran on fucking bricks, glass, I don't know, I ran on all types of shit, but it was like if I had fucking boots on, I didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel nothing. Came out the other side of the gate, jumped this little gate that was there, ran like that, and thought about, oh, there's no way that I can go. It's too open space, they're gonna get me, I won't be able to get out. And I remember running inside, I said the fucking house that I went to, the basement, I'm gonna go in there. And I never forget, I went down to that basement, and the fucking door was locked. It was locked, so I was like, I'm fucked. And I remember I crawled down, I crawled into the fucking fetal position, I swear, don't forget like this. I crawled like this, right? At the last step, I crawled down like this, and I remember, I heard, it was dark, it was pitch black in there. And I'm like this, all of a sudden, the fucking lights turned on. Because he had his flashlight. The fucking lights turned on. I'm telling you, it's pitch black. I'm like this, I don't see shit. All of a sudden, it's like somebody turned on the switch. What was that? He put the flashlight right on my back. Like literally right on my back. And I was like, this motherfucker got me, I'm fucked. I never remember I saw that. I closed my eyes. I even closed my ears. I closed my eyes and I stood like this. And nothing fucking happened. I don't know if I got invisible to this motherfucker. I swear to God, I must have fucking cloaked on him, because this motherfucker did not see me. I stood there and I was like, I was just waiting for that on my back. I knew he wasn't gonna grab me sore. This motherfucker was gonna grab me like that hard. I was waiting for that. It didn't happen. And I remember I stood there and I was like, what the fuck? I opened my eyes again. It was dark again. And I was like, oh shit. I stood there, I ain't moved there. I did not move from that position. Bro, I swear to God, I'm not even lying to you. For like fucking an hour, not an hour, it wasn't an hour. It's like maybe half an hour to 40 minutes. Then the fucking cold started kicking in. Nigga, I swear to God, it was cold that day, like 20 degrees. In the beginning, I didn't feel shit, but you know, I guess the adrenaline started wearing off some because I started fucking shivering. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But my instincts, I know they got an APB right now. These motherfuckers, all they doing, they got a perimeter. I know all that shit. So I'm like, they here, they around. They like, they set up a perimeter and they want me. So they're looking for me. And I never forget. I go like this, I crawl up the fucking step, the few steps, and I look like this, like a fucking cat. I'm looking around and I'm like, fuck, I'm like, if I try to run, like toward my house or toward, you know, I'm like, there's no one. And there was another fucking alley that a fucking week before that, I had fucking walked through and said to myself, I swear to God, real shit. I was like, damn, if I ever get caught, if I ever get chased by the cop, I'm gonna run through this fucking alley and come through here, you know? And you know what's funny? I fucking come out, I jet across the streets like a fucking, maybe almost a whole block to get to that fucking alley. Made it to the alley, fucking ran in the alley, the fucking fire escape, jumped because the alley, again, the other fucking door to come out the other thing was fucking locked. I was like, what the fuck? So I seen the fucking fire escape, jumped on the fire escape, right? And said, I just gotta hide somewhere. Fucking climbed up the fire escape. It was late, man. I'm like, somebody would have called the cops. I would have fucked. Went all the way to the roof, and when I got to the roof, must have been fucking looking after me because the roof door was open. This was one of the fucking buildings after they kind of renovated them. You know, they were official. They had all the roofs from the roof door locked, and this motherfucking door was open, son. And I went in there, and I was like, oh shit. And I went between the roof and the 6th floor, because I was like, if I go on the 6th floor, so I'm like, what is motherfuckers in the building, you know, whatever. And I stood between the middle flight between the last floor of the roof and the roof, and the last floor and the roof, the middle. And I went into a corner. I never forget. I took my shirt, put it over my knees, and I just stood there all fucking night. Then I started laughing to myself, like, yeah, you motherfucker, you didn't get me. I started getting like fucking like joy, I swear. Then it was joyous, like, oh, you motherfucker, you didn't get me. I stood there. I entertained myself with that fucking thought all night to the fucking morning. Like, you motherfucker, you looking for me right now. You don't know where the fuck I am. And in the fucking morning, I went downstairs, barefoot. I'm fucking with no shoes. I walk, I come out the building, walk like half a block to this other fucking spot that they had. They just sell dope over there. And I knew the people there. And I went over there and I said, yo, what's up? I told them what happened. Yo, these motherfuckers. And they gave me money for a cab. And I went home. Slept like a fucking baby, like the best sleep I ever had in my life. Just fucking smiling like, oh, you motherfucker. Thinking about, wow, right now I would have been in the bullpen, charged with some fucking bullshit, getting set up to go to jail for some fucking years because of this motherfucker, and he didn't get me, son. He didn't get me. That's not even the end of the story, son. That's not even the end of the story. I stopped going to the neighborhood because I actually spoke to one of my boys, like, yo, this motherfucker wants you. He's coming every day. He's like, tell your boys, I'm gonna get his ass. Every day he's coming. I waited 2 weeks, I didn't go. Take it, the fucking drugs the money that I had from that time that when I escaped on them, the people that owned the drugs that I had to pay didn't believe the story. They said that I fucking left with the money. They wanted their money. This is some crazy shit. So I go to the block, I just wanted to go. I sneak in through the back, going the whole way. My boy, the same nigga that was with me that day, in the floor with me, he's there, he's like, yo, that's what you doing out here? These niggas is in the store. So now I got these motherfuckers in the store that they got beef with me because now they want to get me because they think they want their money. And I'm not fucking paying these motherfuckers. They niggas, the cops took the money. They really did take the money. I don't give a fuck. They really did. They didn't. I took it, but I didn't. So I go to the front of the building, son. I go to the front of the building. I'm standing with him, and they're in the store, but they don't see me. But I'm standing in front of the building. The store's like over here, across the street. And I'll never forget, I'm standing there. Fucking cop car passes, and my boy tells me, yo, left, that's him. But it wasn't the one that was torturing me. It was another one. There was one that was there that day. And I don't know what the fuck happened to me that I got stuck. And I froze. I couldn't move. This motherfucker comes in, goes, you get the fuck out of here. To my boy. Grabs me, takes me back inside to the same hallway. Slams me against the wall that I swear I never forget. If I would not put my hands up, my head would have, my skull would have cracked on the walls. And that's how hard he threw me against the wall, right? Well, yeah, you know, the blast the wall, yeah. He threw me hard, and I put my hand and knocked my fucking head with a crack. He starts fucking. Well, you ran that day. I was like, I had to act pussy. I don't keep it real. I had to. I was like, oh, I'm scared, you know. I stopped coming around here, you know. And he was telling me, where's the drugs? I know they in the building across the street, which they were, not the stash house. They just didn't know what apartment. They knew it was across the street. I knew what apartment it was. He was like, tell me where it is. I'll let you go. I'm like, I really don't know, man. I stopped coming here. I don't hang out here no more. And I'm like, wow, man. Why did I come back here? I remember thinking to myself, why did I come back to this block? There was no reason for me to come here today. And this motherfucker, he goes, take off your... This motherfucker goes, take off your shoe. It wasn't the other one, sis. This is another one, nigga. That must be a trait that these motherfuckers do. That must be a little,
procedure.
Yeah, nah, some little inside procedure, some little shit. Yo, take their shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Kick out of this.
This motherfucker tells me, take your shoes off. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, fuck, not again. Like, not again. So I take my shoes off, he'll take your socks off. So I'm like, oh shit, so, you know, I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm just doing what the motherfucker's telling me. I'm like, what, now what this motherfucker's gonna do to me?
Yeah.
So after that last experience, I'm like, I'm fucked, man. Yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna, tells me to take off my socks, and I don't know, out of nowhere, the motherfucker goes, get the fuck out of here. But he makes me walk out the front door. Now I walk out the front door, now these motherfuckers across the street see the cops go in the building, they all come out the store and they look at across the street, they don't know what's going on. They all come out the store and there's a group of them, I'm by myself, they come out the store, they're looking across the street, now the fucking cop will get the fuck out of here, I don't want to see you anymore. So now I'm walking barefoot out the fucking building and I see these niggas, they see me. You know?
But they see you with the cop.
Yeah, but the cops jump in the car and I start walking. I walk a little. It's a long to the corner. It's a long little walk. So I remember walking to the corner barefooted, son, and I'm going like this. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers start coming to me, son. Yeah, they start coming. I remember I got to the corner, son. I did some Mel Gibson shit. Fucking Lethal Weapon 2, and then they was running barefoot. I swear to God, son. And I fucking jetted home. Wow. Just stood away from that fucking block for a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy shit.
I felt like I was in it.